there's a housing boom. Whole neighborhoods are being rebuilt, and wheeler dealers are scooping up the old houses before they're torn down and moving them out to remodel and flip for profit. It's a risky business.
Now what?
But here in Longhorn Creek, there are a bunch of companies competing for the cash. They're flipping houses in record time, and the good folks of Texas come from all over.
Hope you like it.
To buy bargains and move them to their own land.
And I say so.
It's flipping and moving Texas style. Drive just about 25 miles north of Fort Worth, and you'll find yourself in the city of Rome. There are plenty of houses out this way, but what's got the flippers interested isn't a house at all. It's this, a pair of near enough brand new shipping containers. There's 160 square feet of potential here, and best of all, the moving costs are all included in the auction price. The flipping movers are heading to Rome for the auction, but Katrina's business partner, Casey, is out of town, so Katrina will be bidding on her own.
I know Casey's not a big fan of the container houses, but it's actually a really hot market right now. So I know Casey's a fan of money, and if we end up with it, I think we'll be happy.
The containers are pretty easy because they're metal. You know, it's always the interior. If you want to add some insulation, fine. If you don't, let it go. But it's always a pretty easy flip.
Okay, there's more people here than I was hoping for.
Is that them? Oh, wow. They're brand new. Tony, that's as pretty as a new copper penny. Oh, my gosh. 8 foot.
20 foot long.
20 foot long.
Hello.
Oh, so y'all are in the market for containers?
I mean, we did pretty good last time.
All right. Well, now you stepping up into the big leagues,
Yeah,
ladies.
brand new ones.
Yes, ma'am.
These are brand new.
They look brand new. They look nice.
I don't even see a single dent. These are prime, but prime costs money. Near new containers like these can go for up to $3,000 a piece. And given that the move's included, we'll still make plenty of money flipping them.
Moves included, so I guess that's going to play a factor. But
I mean, putting the two of them together is only going to put more square footage. We'll put them together just like we did on our last one. It'll be beneficial.
it's a thought. I agree with Paige. I mean, I don't think it's a bad deal. Let's just bid on it and see what happens.
So what do you think they're going to go?
Let's say 2,000 each.
2,000, so 4,000?
Let's give ourselves a little bit of playroom.
Okay.
Because we know they're going to bring it. They're worth it.
I think the possibilities are kind of endless. I can put them side by side. I can stack them. I really need to get these containers.
All right, auction time. My name's Stacey Ann, your auctioneer today. Welcome to Rome. Y'all know the drill. These containers are being sold as is, where is still, but the move is included. Up to 30 miles, and we're doing 2 for the price of 1. Y'all know these containers are hot right now, so when in Rome, this is going to start me out. So I have a $2,000 opening bid where $2,000 now, 21 now, 21, bid it up now, 21, $2,100 bid now, 22, $2,200 bid now, 23, now, 23, $300 bid now, 24, $400 bid now, 25 now, 25, bid it up now, 25, $500 bid now, 6 now, 6, $2,600 bid now, 7, $2,700 bid now, 28 now, 28, bid it up now, 28, $2,800 bid now, 29, $2,900 bid now, 3 now, 3 now, 1 now, 1, bid it up now, 1, $3,100 bid now, 2 now, 2, bid it up now, 2, $3,200 bid, 3,500, all right, $36 bid now, 36, $3,600 bid now, 7 now, 7, bid it up now, 7, $3,700 bid now, 8 now, 8, bid it up now, 9, $4,000 bid now, 4, $4,000 bid now, 1 now, 1, bid it up now, 1, $41 bid now, 42, $4100 bid now, 2 now, 2, bid it up now, 2, $4,200 bid now, 3, $4,200 bid now, 3 now, 3, bid it up now, 3, $4,300 bid now, 4, $4,400 bid now, 5 now, 5, bid it up now, 5, $4,400 bid now, 5, $4,500 bid now, 6 now, 6, bid it up now, 6, $4,500 bid now, 6 now, 6, bid it up now, 6, all in last call, $4,600 bid now, 7 now, 7, bid it up now, 7, $4,600 bid now, 7 now, 7, bid it up now, 7, all in last call, sold, $4,600.
Good job.
Good. Wow, girl.
Thank you.
I am so excited about this. I know that Casey doesn't like doing container conversions, but we're going to convert these so well that it's going to convert him. Brand spanking new.
Brand new containers are all about potential. A couple of doors at each end and 160 square feet of whatever you want.
I better go call Casey and tell him what we just bought.
The container company is included the move in the purchase price, and it doesn't get any easier than this. 25 miles and a little over 30 minutes later, the containers touch down on the renovation lot. Katrina wants Casey to see the containers in a layout she's designing, with the containers at a 90-degree angle. So she gets Steven to give them a quick nudge with the loader to get them into position. And it's job done.
When Katrina called and told me that she paid $4,600 for 2 containers, I darn near drove off the road. Hey,
Here they be.
man, I didn't know you were talking about buying brand new ones, but now I guess all that matters is what she wants to do with them.
I want to show you what the plan is,
Okay.
okay? So everything is revolving around courtyard living.
So this is be like a patio area?
Correct, a courtyard. So this is where everything's going to kind of primary focus. We're going to build a deck out here.
And put a roof over the whole thing?
You know, we can talk about that. Let me show you what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So this end of the container, these doors, they're going to stay, okay? Now, let's flop down to the opposite side. The kitchen is going to be down here, okay? We are going to cut in a window that goes over the sink. Right beside the kitchen, we'll have 6 for a dining table. And then we're going to have the living room in this area. I was telling you about the slide glass that we're putting in.
Patio
This
door
is-
there.
Right. So when we cut this out, we're going to save this piece of metal, and then we're going to use it as an awning on the top.
So the other container, I can take it to my house for storage.
No, this is a kitchen and living room.
I don't have a bathroom.
So obviously we're going to properly cut and fabricate these together. So we're going to have a hallway here that goes down to the bedroom. Down here, we are going to cut in a window to bring that natural light into the bedroom. And then the doors that are here will stay.
Sweet.
Instead of putting the containers side by side, they'll be joined in an L shape, and a door will be cut between them. 3 more holes will be cut in the containers, 1 for a sliding door and 2 for windows. The living room, dining room, and kitchen will be in 1 container, and the bathroom and bedroom in another. But before work's even begun, there's a problem.
I need to show you something. Keep a distance.
What the heck happened there?
I need to show you something. Keep a distance.
What the heck happened there? You said these were brand new.
I just found out about
Katrina,
this morning.
That is fresh. There is no rust on that. That just happened.
Here's the thing. I wanted them to have these arranged and sitting exactly how they're going to be when you got here. Steven was pushing them and arranging them, and something bounced and something popped and something jammed, and I was trying to think of a fix, and my fix was covering it up somehow.
The easiest thing to do would be just weld that thing up.
Yeah, so you seal it up, and then I'll put siding over it, and you don't even see it.
Won't even never know it's there. From the inside, a little rosebud, heat that dude up right there, weld it, it'll be good to go.
Casey and Katrina had some windows left over from another house, so it's an easy job to find the exact place to cut the holes in the container.
A little to the left.
Of course.
Wait, it's crooked. It's crooked. Straighten it up. Okay, just a little bit more back to the right. Bingo. I think that's good.
The containers are strong when they're in one piece, but the moment you start cutting holes in them, they lose some of their strength. Keeping them from collapsing takes skill and experience.
We're going to take 4-inch flat bar, and we're going to go all the way around, and we'll actually that, and we'll put seam welds, and then we come and we put a mastic over that and seals it.
Yes.
So after we do that, then we can open the containers up, making them one.
First, the 2 units are welded together in the L-shaped layout. Then, the steel between the 2 containers can be cut out to open them into one space. After that, each window or door is braced in with steel framing before the hole's cut, keeping the containers rigid and strong. With the containers cut to shape, the siding can go on. And as for the mishap with the loader,
Now, what do you see?
Hideous.
now you see it,
What do you see?
Nothing.
now you don't. That's the metal work done. Now for the woodwork. The only internal walls needed in the container house are for the bathroom.
You know, Katrina, the coolest thing about this whole container is that it was kind of open canvas, and we only got to build like, what, 2, 3 walls?
160 square feet isn't big, so saving space is what it's all about.
So, pocket door.
In a confined space like this?
Absolutely.
That's the only way to go.
Casey and Katrina aren't the first flippers to convert a pair of containers. Gary's girls flipped a pair of containers a while ago, but the buyer changed his mind and the house has been returned to the lot.
You want to pose in front of it? I mean, if you think it'll help it sell faster. Yeah. A little hand on the hip action or something. That's it. It's perfect. We already converted these 2 containers last year. We just didn't have to take them to auction because we already had a buyer lined up. Now that buyer's fallen through, we need to make a plan to get these sold.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey.
Casey's heard about the buyer falling through, and he's come up with a money-making plan. If he's going to sell one container house, he could sell another container house to the underbidder.
So what did y'all initially sell it for?
$23,500.
Really? What are y'all looking to get out of it?
$23,500. Wait a minute. You're interested in buying it off of us?
Heck yes, I'm interested in buying these containers. We're already working on one set, which means we're going to have an auction. So why not have a second choice of containers for all the other buyers that are going to be there? We don't even have to do any of the rental on this thing, and that's just money in the bank. Of course I'm interested.
Well, we would be interested in seeing what you would like to buy it for.
Now, don't take this as an insult, but cash money, I'd pay you $15,000 right now.
Go ahead and go back to your containers.
Okay, so where's your bottom dollar at?
22.
I can't go any more than 20 on it.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we don't have to move
20,
it.
and look, done with it. It's my problem now.
And we don't have to move it.
The money that we'll save on not having to move it, well, that benefits us.
We've got enough going on. 20 is fine.
20.
All right, 20 it is.
Glad, Casey.
Cool.
Awesome.
The deal Casey made is that he doesn't have to pay the girls their 20 grand until after he's sold the containers to a buyer. But Casey's still got his work cut out to get his container house ready for both houses to be auctioned at the same time. That steel, say from where the opening's cut between the containers, is welded onto a metal frame to make an awning. It'll be fixed on the roof with a couple of angle brackets. But first, it's got to be moved into place without punching any new holes through the steel.
Come in hot.
This is Texas, and that means it's hot and sunny one day, stormy the next. Welding and rain aren't such a good mix, so the halt in construction gives Casey a chance to look over the girls' containers.
So, I was afraid nobody's going to show today.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't get rained out, I get rained on.
What are you doing here?
I'm just measuring up our new investment.
You bought it?
Yes, I bought it.
I mean, I've been inside this thing. It wasn't cheap.
Okay, hear me out. 20 grand. It is ours.
Okay.
So look, here it is. We have to find one buyer already, right?
So we're flipping a container that's already been flipped.
Exactly. Don't have to do anything to it whatsoever. This is turnkey.
No, it's not.
done.
Actually, it's not.
So look, here it is. We have to find one buyer already, right?
We're flipping a container that's already been flipped.
Exactly. Turnkey. Don't have to do anything to it whatsoever. When we bring in customers to look at this one, we'll say, hey, we got this one over here, and we got this one over here.
Okay. I can see where Casey's coming from, but if we have 4 containers to sell, I think we have the ability to make even more money.
This is turnkey.
No, it's not.
done.
Actually, it's not. We could maximize the investment.
We are. We don't have to do anything to this, but sell it and move it. Done.
It's not done. Oh, this is gonna be good.
So you're on board with this now?
Oh, I'm way on board. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We are going to finish this out so that it makes sense with the rest of the floor plan. That's the other half of this house.
What?
And we're going to maximize the profit by utilizing the incredible purchase that you made. More square footage, more possibilities.
Tell me what you got in mind as far as putting the things together.
I mean, how cool would it be to just extend it on out here where you could have like the 2 bedrooms and then it flows around and you have a whole nother full living. This place would be huge.
Katrina's idea is to slide in Gary's girls' container house and create a 2-bedroom house made out of all 4 containers. The gamble could pay off because 2-bedroom houses fetch much higher prices and are much easier to sell than 1-bedroom houses.
So this is Gary's girls' containers. Okay.
It's ours now.
And it is, okay, this is our newest containers. We can utilize this whole kitchen space that's currently here, along with the bedroom and bathroom, okay?
Okay.
That deck that's currently here is going to basically become part of this outdoor living patio party courtyard area. Let's take this space, since we don't need the kitchen, and just rock out like an awesome living space.
I love that idea because kitchens are expensive and we already have one. So if we're going to combine these things, why would we need two?
So this is your front door, okay? This is the primary front door.
Okay.
You still have your double doors here from the bedroom that's opening up out onto the patio.
I like it. I thought I was being pretty clever about snatching up the girls' containers to sell at auction with ours. But combining the 4 containers into one, heck, that is pure genius.
With the kitchen already built in what was Gary's Girls Container House, there's no need to spend money building a kitchen in Casey and Katrina's house. That space will now become a large living area. And what was the living area in Gary's Girls House will become a nice big dining room. For Casey, it doesn't get more fun than this. Moving around pieces of a house like they were kids' building blocks. After a short drive through the renovation lot and a quick right-hand turn, all it takes is some careful maneuvering.
Okay, to start pulling it up a little bit.
And 2 houses
Hold it right there.
have become one.
Front door, front of the house, right? Okay. How cool is this?
Oh, those are great.
Yeah. The current countertops are great. In fact, the entire house is great that Gary's Girls did. But if we're going to combine these, we could be selling these containers for in excess of $40,000. And that's going to take upscale finishes everywhere. I think that they have done an awesome job utilizing the amount of space that we have. So here's what I'm thinking. The one thing I would really like to add in here is some additional storage that's not so exposed. So I think what I want to do is remove this and put a pantry in.
I like that idea.
Okay, so now follow me to our patio. This is all going to stay the same. I think it's a great space.
Which is bedroom? Okay.
Right. Then you have this nice little easeway that accesses out to
courtyard area.
What I want to do here is create an outdoor kitchen for the courtyard.
Sweet. I would love to have one of those at my house.
I mean, it hits home that this is the primary functional space.
No, I'm totally excited about it.
Of the entire home.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm on board with it.
It's all about the courtyard. This is where it's all going to go down.
It's kind of like the hangout spot, sit around, listen to music.
Exactly.
The new container house will end up with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, a large living area taking up the whole of one container, and a big deck with an outdoor kitchen. The existing kitchen will be remodeled with a new pantry and countertops.
36 3/4.
Gary's Girls House already has a deck, so instead of building a new one from scratch, Casey's saving money by building an L-shaped deck to fit around it. The idea is that the deck and the 2 container houses will all be able to come apart for the move. Casey and Katrina now have a patio to stand on, but it's a case of 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
The problem is if I have my cook space here, and I'm cooking like I'm cooking.
I got you.
It's hot. So the problem is if I have my cook space here, and I'm cooking like I'm cooking.
I got you.
It's hot. So we need to cover this too.
Easy enough. We still got another one of these on the other side of the building. We'll throw another one on here.
I like that idea, but I feel like it needs to be set apart. It needs to be special. It needs to be different, unique. I don't want to do that again.
A unique style of awning to cover the outdoor kitchen is going to take some finding. But Katrina's got somewhere in mind.
I mean, the things that you can find in stores like these.
Hello.
Need help, just let me know.
This thing is neat.
This thing is $150 per picture.
I can't even wrap my mind around there's so much stuff in here.
Okay, do you see anything?
Just gadgets. Oh, nice. And that's aluminum. So lightweight, won't be hard to hang.
Okay, hang on. Go up.
Right now, I'm wondering how they got this thing back here. I think they put this here and then stacked everything around the store.
Do you think this is like a game they play where they put the really big odd stuff at the back?
I think it's a game plan, but we got this.
There's so much cool stuff. Casey, you're supposed to tell me.
What, you can't turn around?
I'm walking backwards.
That's $100 well spent to keep the sun off the outdoor kitchen. Meanwhile, the indoor kitchen is getting its own makeover. The countertop's coming off so it can be replaced with something more upscale. And the new pantry is all framed up.
Yo.
Oh, that looks awesome. let's get some granite.
Really?
Yeah, this is the only counter space, and it is the kitchen. Let's upgrade it a little bit.
No, I agree with you. That's going to really make a good selling point, the granite.
Summer temperatures in these parts often reach over 100 degrees. But in winter, it can drop down to just 40 degrees. So Katrina's come up with an idea to keep the container house warm.
I have a surprise.
You know, I like surprises. What
The
is that?
surprise is, this is a fireplace
Okay.
in case. I even brought a picture.
Electric. Yeah. Yes. See, you could have saved yourself a bunch of time if you would have simply just showed me this and not did all that.
This is the size.
Okay.
Here's the other thing.
We gotta
I'm
figure out
trying to
what
figure out exactly. Down, 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 down. Can you move over a little bit? Like you move over? Because I can't. No, other way. That's too low. Go up.
Oh, my goodness. Up, down, left, right. Katrina, could you please just make up your mind?
Look, we could always just build it into the wall and then move it afterwards. Is that what you want?
No.
Higher.
Katrina wants the fireplace higher than normal so she can fit a storage unit
Will
underneath.
you measure and see where we are? You know what?
14.
Let's mount it at 18.
Okay.
Deal?
One side of Harrysville's container house was left as painted metal, but Katrina and Casey have decided to cover it in siding.
Are you good?
Good here.
The wide planks go up real quick, and so does the paint. Painting all the containers the same sandy beige color ties the whole house together. The outdoor kitchen's protected from the weather by the awning. It's made up from standard-sized cabinets and is costing just a few $100. Drywall on the inside of the new containers goes up in next to no time. And so does the plumbing in the bathroom.
What's happening, man?
Just opened up the shower valve, and I guess I'm waiting for you to come in and do your shower thing.
Cool. I need to get that vinyl liner, put it in there, then get it floated out where we can get the tile laid, and this dude's coming together.
Before the bathroom can be tiled, the shower needs a waterproof membrane. Then on goes the water-resistant drywall and a cement base for the floor. Once that's set, it's time to start tiling. Using large tiles are nice and quick to put up. The same can't be said for the hexagonal tiles on the shower floor. The hexagonal tiles can be tricky to cut to exactly the right size, but when they're done well, they sure make the bathroom feel upscale. The kitchen countertops are also going to look upscale.
I believe we are ready for this stuff to be installed.
Slid into place on top of the cabinets, the granite countertop complements the existing herringbone backsplash.
Man, oh man, that really brings everything out.
And it's also granite for the outdoor kitchen. After a small adjustment to fit round the corner frame of the container, the outdoor kitchen is almost done.
Perfect.
How goes it?
It is going good, and we got the granite in.
This looks awesome. Here's my concern. We have this incredible lounging sitting area, a couple of chairs over here, great focal point. My concern is it's incredibly exposed. Here's my concern. We have this incredible lounging sitting area, a couple of chairs over here, great focal point. My concern is it's incredibly exposed.
I thought that was kind of the whole reason that we did this.
It is. It's a patio area, but look, I mean, where's my privacy? I'm like, I don't even know. It's so exposed. I wish that we could create a little bit more of an intimate courtyard and not such an exposed courtyard.
Then we should have connected them. So,
I don't think they should be connected.
Okay, well, so you're saying that you want to close this in?
I'm saying I want to make it more intimate.
I mean, I agree with you, because there's maybe times that you might want to wall this off for privacy so your neighbors don't see everything going on over here. So, okay, I don't want to do anything permanent right here. We'll build a wall that looks just like that there with the siding. Okay, and then we'll replicate that right here. And when we want to use it, pick it up and bam, hang it right there.
I love it. Good thinking. That's why you're my partner.
Before Casey gets started on his movable wall, there's a pantry door to be finished.
This is really going to make much more use of the space we have here to add this little closet.
I agree 100%.
Another door that needs work is the front door. The lime green that Gary's girls originally chose isn't cutting it for Katrina.
Can you get that other roller?
And what are you needing this for?
Option B.
For the door?
You have options. Be glad you have options.
You don't even need to waste your time putting that on there. That is no. And no.
Okay, I agree. All right. Army green it is. I knew if I paired it with that very bright blue, he would pick green. It's like reverse psychology, and it works.
Painting the drywall is nice and quick, thanks to the spray gun, and it gives it a flat finish with no roller or brush marks. Casey's gone for a light gray grout to accent large tiles around the shower.
That looks great.
It's looking good. It's coming together.
That floor tile is awesome.
It is pretty.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Katrina's fireplace has arrived, and she wants it to be the focal point of a living room.
Look, there's even logs in it. This is pretty contemporary. Let me show you what I'm thinking. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to build a bench here. So I'm thinking 18 inches tall, about 20 inches deep, and then I actually want to set it up off the floor. I'm thinking we're going to bring in some black paint to paint this surround. So yeah, that'll be open. It's going to create an incredibly contemporary, kind of sleek and sexy look.
I like it, and it looks like to me you've got it nailed down on how you're going to build it and all that good stuff.
Okay, then I'm going to get this built.
Holler if you need anything.
Next up on the job list is the flooring. To make all 4 containers feel like one house, Casey and Katrina are using the same laminate that Gary's girls used in their container house. Now for the outside. The lumber's turned up for Casey's privacy wall.
So on the end of the cabin, we got the ugly doors right there. We'll stud this thing out. We'll side both sides of it, hide the ugly doors. Or if you want privacy, unlock it, open it up, and it closes it off. Sounds good.
The movable wall will mean the patio can be opened up to see the view or closed off for more privacy.
Man, this thing is heavy.
It's a great idea in theory, but there's one small problem.
Casey, I love it. This doesn't work. This doesn't work at all.
Man, this thing is heavy.
Casey, this doesn't work. This doesn't work at all.
Katrina, here's the deal. We don't have the hooks on there just yet, but see, right, we got hooks up here. We'll hook it, let it hang right there.
Okay.
Now, you want privacy? Simple as this. Coming this way, guys. Hang it right there.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom, privacy.
Yeah, I love it. I love the idea, but it's way too heavy. Let's set it down and talk about this.
Gladly. I'm huffing and puffing over here.
What if it's just me? What if I have this thing and I'm hanging out? Or what if it's just you? I mean, you're not going to do that.
If it's just like that, then it's going to have to stay where the heck it's at.
Exactly. We're going to pick it back up. We're going to rotate it. It's going to hinge on this corner, right?
As heavy as the door is, I mean, that's definitely the way to do it. It's going to take a little bit longer to hinge it versus just throwing some hooks on it and hooking up there. But, I mean, like you said, in the end, nobody's going to be able to pick this thing up.
Now we're hinged here.
Can we...
You're my hinge. You're my pivot. Out.
Pivot, man.
Pivot. Pivot. All the way out. There's no siding on this side. That's perfect. Casey, what do you think?
I think I'm fixing to get pinched if we keep hinging.
Okay, put it down. Put it down. Why don't we hinge it first? Because it's so dackin' heavy already. And then we'll side the other side.
Cool.
Good job, dude.
It's countdown to auction day. The living room wall behind the fireplace gets a coat of dark gray, and so does the bathroom. On the outside, Casey's finishing off the privacy wall, transforming it from a wall to a door. With a layer of siding on both sides, it's ready for testing.
Katrina!
Yes?
Check it out.
That is perfect.
Isn't that awesome? No privacy. And just like that took, what, 2 seconds? Bam, privacy.
It's perfect. And the best thing is...
Anybody. A kid could do it.
That is so awesome. So here's the thing. I'm going to paint it. I like to paint in privacy, so I want the door shut.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Paint away. It's all yours.
While Katrina's painting the privacy wall, there's painting to be finished in the kitchen. Twilight gray lightens things up in both the kitchen and the bedroom. And the kitchen cabinets get a touch-up in dark gray. The storage bench, which Katrina wants to put under the fireplace, takes shape. And in the courtyard, Casey's fixing in lights for some nighttime cooking.
Got it made in the shade today with this nice little cover here. Bang.
Glossy black for the storage bench in the living room will match the clean look of the fireplace. Hanging the fireplace and wiring it in pretty much completes the insides of the container house.
That is perfect.
A few touch-ups on the outside, and the house is ready to be turned into a home. A truck full of furniture brings the house to life, both on the inside and for the outside. An air conditioning system will keep the house cool in the Texan summer. And to make the outside feel cool, just add a few trees. When all's done, it's time to call in the inspector. Metal houses and electricity aren't a good mix, so everything's got to be checked and double-checked.
One more time. Make sure it works.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Sweet.
Ready as they'll ever be, and not a moment too soon. It's auction time.
I really like the walls and the windows and the frames.
Yes, I like how they get the trim. That is so fun.
It's so modern.
New siding around all 4 containers, putting in new windows and painting all around, came to $4,200. The new section of patio, which Casey built, cost just $900 in lumber and paint.
The kids can play here because there's a door for privacy, so you don't have to worry about it.
Or dogs.
Oh, true.
And another $850 for the privacy wall.
This is a wonderful area.
It is.
The outdoor kitchen added another $1,800 for the cabinets, granite, awning, sink, and lights.
Sink is, look at the size.
In the kitchen, the big selling point that I see is the granite.
Casey and Katrina upgraded the kitchen with new granite, new paint, and a new pantry for $1,100.
The space is just absolutely massive.
Thank you.
The dining room used to be the combined living and dining area in Gary's girls' house, and all it needed was a coat of paint over Gary's girls' feature wall. Total cost, $90. The existing bathroom was as good as new, needing just a coat of paint for $75.
I love that there's the courtyard, because you can hang out, you can be outside, and that's fun and everything. But I love that you want to bring people inside. There's still plenty of room, plenty of places to sit.
Turning one of the new containers into a living area chewed up a lot of the budget. Insulation, drywall, paint, air conditioning system, and laminate floor came to just under $5,000.
Yeah.
The fireplace added some wow for just $620.
Wow, this is really nice. It's great that they picked tile.
The new bathroom needed internal walls, drywall, tiles, and paint, plus shower, sink, toilet, and plumbing for a total of $3,300.
Look at this. You can actually fit a queen bed in here.
The bedroom in Gary's girls' container only needed a coat of paint, so it matched the color scheme for the rest of the house. The new bedroom in one of Katrina and Casey's containers needed insulation and drywall, laminate floor, and paint for a total of $900. The 4 containers cost Katrina and Casey a total of $24,600. The move was included, but the remodeling cost them over $30,000. All up, Casey and Katrina need over $55,000 at auction before they break even.
Katrina, here's the deal. We've never put $55,000 into a container, much less not even a house.
I know. Isn't it great?
No, it's not great.
You put it in and you get it out. These are hot commodities.
I'm getting nervous.
I feel good, Casey.
Howdy, guys.
Mr. Myers.
How you doing?
Wonderful, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm a little nervous over here.
What's all this chatter over here?
Okay. What Casey doesn't want to say is,
Okay.
we have to have 65 out of this.
65,000?
What Casey doesn't want to say is,
Okay.
we have to have 65 out of this.
65,000? So what's the problem?
See?
We've got $55,000 into this guy.
I don't think we got a thing to worry about.
I like the way both of y'all think.
All right, let's do it.
Y'all bringing me up here.
All right, let's do this. Auction time, auction time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's auction time. As always, we sell these houses as is, where is, with any and no faults. That means if you go in there and you find a cuckoo bird in your container, well, let me tell you, it's a no-brainer because it's still yours. Are you ready to start bidding? Yeah. We're going to open up the bidding at $25,000 because I think it's worth it. Who's going to be the first one to bid? Right there, $25,000. Now 30. Hey, 25, now 30. Now we'll bid. I'm going to 30. 30, now 35, 5, 35, I'm going to 40. I'm going to 40. Now $45,000. Hey, 40 and 45. 50, 50. Now 50,000.
I know, but we ain't there yet.
55, 55, now 60,000.
55 is better.
I'm starting to feel a little better.
60, now 65, now 67, 68,000. Now.
Spitting between them and them.
It's 69 now, 70,000. There's 70 now, 71, 71 now, 72, 72, 72, 72,000 now, 73,000. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to ask you one time for 72,500. 72,500, 72,500 right here. I'm going to take it, sir. Now will you do it one more time, ma'am? 73,000. 73,000. You say no, and I say sold. No. $72,500. Sold. $72,500. Thank you.
All right, man. Y'all are going to love it. Yes, we are. It's what we were looking for.
We're from Brownwood, Texas, which is a city of about 20,000, but it's a college town. So we were wanting some rental property. We have some land, and the container houses fit perfect into what we have in store.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe this is ours. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, this is a perfect place for college kids to hang out. They can have their own space, and they also have a common area where they can enjoy the space.
It's just a great fit for what we want to do.
Casey and Katrina spent more on this house than they've ever spent, over $55,000. But with a sale price of $72,500, they're walking away with a very tidy profit of over $17,000.
Y'all did an amazing job.
Well, thank you. That was kind of her idea, bringing it all together into one unit.
Okay, he kind of forced me to come up with an idea when you guys made your deal.
It was a good deal.
It was a good deal.
Hey, it turned out great, so I'm happy.
I did.
Have you been over here and seen this fire feature?
No, I haven't.
The fireplace?
Let's check it out.
Here, look.
It's pretty awesome. Kind of the entertainment area.